Hi, this is Conversation Climaxx, and we're here with
Laura.
And I'm Karen.
And we're going to be talking about, I know y'all like that song, For Colored Girls Only, that long name. For colored girls who've considered suicide
Under the rainbow?
after the rainbow. Is it after the rainbow?
It was when the rainbow wasn't enough.
When the rainbow wasn't enough. Exactly.
Okay.
So we're here and we just want to give y'all our take on things. Hit us up on Facebook to give us y'all take as well. So what did you think about it, Renee?
I'm still a little exhausted from seeing that movie last night. I walked in, I was a little prepared. For the emotion, because I had talked to people who had already seen it before, so I was kind of going in there with my game face on. But then there were parts of the movie I just was not prepared for. Like I was like bent over, like no, and I was just exhausted by the time I walked out of the movie. But I thought it was a great movie. I thought it dealt with a lot of issues. And when I first saw it, when I was in the beginning of the movie, I was sitting there wondering, how are they going to tie all these people together?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's going to tie all of them together?
Right.
What's going to be? And so, but by the end of the movie, I was satisfied with, not satisfied, but you know, I knew how they were going to tie it together. But I was still like hurting from the children getting thrown out of the window.
That was a bit much.
I couldn't deal with that.
That was too much. That was just too much for me. Like I said, after the movie, I had a headache the rest of the day. It was just a lot. It was a lot at one time. It was just, I mean, like you said, that was the worst part to me. Because I can't fathom. I'm thinking, like I was telling you earlier, I said I can't even imagine somebody that would even think. I know everybody always say, yeah, I see why somebody threw them children because they be getting on my nerves every day, whatever. But actually to see someone throw their kids out of the window.
And I didn't see it coming. I thought he would hurt the children. I knew he would hurt the children, but I didn't see that coming. Mm-hmm. And so many things struck me about that particular scene. How impatient Janet Jackson's character was, and how people can kind of walk through life and you don't know what's going on with them and their challenges, etc. So that was a bit disturbing.
Yeah, it really was. But let's talk a little bit about the characters. What did y'all take on Whoopi Goldberg's character?
Whoopi Goldberg reminded me of a woman I've seen before, walking around just, drowned in religion because she couldn't deal with the pain of her life. She doesn't want to deal with anything that, or maybe that's how she's dealing with it. Yes. That's how she's dealing with it. She can't figure out how to grasp hold and figure out, okay, how do I get rid of this pain? So she drank. Nothing's wrong with religion, because I'm spiritual, I'm Christian, but sometimes I feel like people just dive into it, they jump into it, they drown in it, and just to block out all the ugliness. Sometimes you have to deal with that ugliness. You have to deal with it. You have to figure out a way to get through life, learn from whatever it is you did, and deal with it. And she wasn't doing that.
I think her character also allowed her to let religion allow her not to take responsibility for her part in her children's tragic situations.
Right.
Individually, collectively, as a family, she wanted to pray it away. Mm-hmm. And can you stop and think that maybe the formula is not working?
And not just pray it away, judge everybody else.
Yes.
For everything she's done.
Everybody's the devil.
She judged everybody else for everything she had done.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I, but I've seen people, I've seen people, everybody has seen people like that.
And they're called Holy Rollers.
Amen.
I don't know. Janet Jackson, I was impressed with how she transformed as a character from being this hard, unhappy woman to waking up and snapping out of that hardness once the tragedy had happened. Mm-hmm. I could see the transformation. I could see how she softened up.
Right.
She was a different person, and you could see it in her face. You could see it in her mannerisms. And so I think she did a really good job with that.
I think Loretta Devine did as well. She was able to deliver the poetic verse. Actually, I felt her character doing the poetry was the most believable amongst all of the women.
And Loretta got me through the movie. Because if it wasn't for Loretta,
because it was just
Devine,
hardcore, yeah.
I would not, I think I just would have just been sitting, because I was just, because of that tragedy, I was waiting on something else to happen.
Right,
I
something
kept
to
saying,
lighten it up.
I was like, you know, just jumping like, what else is going to happen? Is it going to get worse?
But one thing about her character, we all know somebody like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That's true.
Yes,
we all know somebody now, like Janet Jackson's character. Me personally, I don't know anybody with AIDS.
I've met someone. I don't have anybody.
But it's somebody that has been in your life, right?
I don't have anybody in my life, but I've met, you know, people, you know, who are HIV positive.
I haven't met anybody. I really haven't. And that's, I mean, that's just my reality. That's just my life. But like her character, and
well,
then
you may have,
and I may have,
and you just
they might
know.
not just don't know. That's true. But like Loretta, oh my God, I see that every day. How people, we just have to have a man.
Yeah, have to have.
And that man can manipulate you. And you know you're being manipulated. You're being manipulated.
But you're not strong enough to say no. Yes.
I don't know. Is it desperation?
Yes, desperation.
Is that what it is? I mean,
it's desperation and need, and the one.
I mean, because it can be the most beautiful women in the world that do the same thing.
She wanted him and his baby. That man was 3 or 4 months pregnant.
Yes, he was.
Time out. Love me, baby. Love me, baby. Come on, baby. What's wrong, baby? Baby. That's all I kept thinking of. Baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know.
Yes. She wanted him and his child. So I was like, okay, interesting.
And she kept holding on to hope. She just hoped that he would change. And even though she saw all the signs, saw everything to let her know that there was no indication that he was going to change. She said to herself, this happens every time. I take you back, you move in, then I come home, and then I look in the drawer and look in the closet.
But y'all, did everybody in the movie, when she kept looking through the drawer the first time, he was saying, everybody was like, who? Then that last time, I was like, oh. I mean, I think everybody did that in every movie. Every movie did.
So maybe that's something we can remember in our own personal lives, because I'm sure a girlfriend has come to us individually, and she feels our sense of hope for her, that he will come on back home. But he doesn't live there, boo. He does not live there at your house with you.
Right.
So, you know.
And on that tape, we're going to take a break, and we'll come right back.
Hey, sweetheart.